Oscar, Gio, look fellas, there's no easy way to tell you this, but we're out of spares again. Oscar, that was you in Monaco, mate, you did that. But look, I need you to drive flat out, we need to beat the Red Bulls, but do not hit anything, or you won't have a car. Guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. Today it is the Spanish Grand Prix. We didn't win in Monaco, but a chance for redemption if we can do it. Obviously we lost points to Red Bull in Monaco, so the gap is back out a little bit. The driver standings saw Max go back ahead of Gio, and Oscar's just sort of cemented himself in fourth, doesn't he? Needs a couple of strong races to get himself back up into contention. Now, we are a little bit short on spares again. If we go and have a quick look here, you can see we've only got the two chassis, we've only got the two suspensions, we've only got one spare underfloor. The side pods, rear wings, front wings were more or less okay. Now, the reason that we're in this situation is that it is obviously cost cap is a thing, and we are designing a new underfloor, front wing, rear wing, and side pods. So I don't necessarily want to be building new things all the time. We are manufacturing new chassis, new underfloors, and a new underfloor and a new suspension as well. They're just not going to be quite ready in time. Oscar's little ding in Monaco has sort of set us back a little bit on the spare parts to where I was hoping we would be. So the plan obviously was that we would have an extra suspension, an extra underfloor, and an extra chassis, but Oscar damaged those in Monaco, of course. So yeah, that is the situation that we're in. Less things to hit at Barcelona, so hopefully, you know, that will be okay for us. Now, we're not expecting any rain, which is good. If we go and have a look at what we're up against here, we're up against this track: red sector 1, blue sector 2, yellow sector 3. It's got a little bit of everything, doesn't it? Mostly fast and medium speed corners, which I think we've seen suit that car a little bit better. I think Monaco with the low speed corners definitely helped the Red Bulls. Now, it is a long stop time loss anyway, 25 seconds, 19 for a safety car, which you don't get many of. But it also eats the tyres, so it'll probably be a two-stop. We'll probably look to do, two softs and a medium, I would think. The hard tyre is a little bit too slow, I think. So, yeah, you want to be on the soft tyre for as long as possible. And then historically, well, that doesn't look good for Giovinazzi's title chances, does it? Verstappen has always won here. Always. So, yeah, let's hope we can break that streak here. So, qualifying, both cars in the top 4. They're getting ambitious now, aren't they? Which is, maybe I should have been careful what I wish for. Finishing position of 2 cars in the top 4. Let's go for fastest lap as well, why not? And we need 2 cars in the top 6 and one in the qualifying, 1 in the top 6 in the race. And we'll get ourselves a little bit of bonus money there as well, which would be very, very nice, wouldn't it? So let's head off to Spain, see what we can do. So there we go, confirmation of the weather. Basically clear skies across the weekend. So I'll go do some free practice and see you for qualifying. Alright, so we've done free practice and it went fairly well. We've nailed both setups. Now, Giovinazzi is using newer engine parts. We're sort of in the changeover time. Now, you may remember he wrote off some parts wherever that was. So he's a little bit off where we'd like him to be. So he was 4th in FP1. Piastri was 10th. Then if we go down to FP2, not looking good there with the Red Bulls, is it? But Giovinazzi 8th. Oscar Piastri was 12th. And then FP3, Giovinazzi was 8th. And if we just scroll down a little bit, we can see Piastri down there in 16th, which is all absolutely fine. So there we go, we've got both setups, as I said, absolutely nailed. Q1 shouldn't be a problem for us, so let's hope that is the case. Alright, so we're absolutely fine. We just did the one run with each car, 6th and 9th. The Red Bulls look like they've bought an upgrade. They are quite a way ahead of us. And yeah, Valtteri Bottas did a good time. Sonoda in the Williams out. There's a lot of different teams that are right up there, which maybe, yeah, they bought upgrade just before we've managed to. Alright, second run in Q2. First run, as ever, was done on a used set of tyres, the same set from Q1. And I'm assuming Piastri made a mistake. I was watching on the map, I was watching Giovinazzi, see if he got held up. I didn't see any traffic for Piastri. We've got someone in front of us here who's thankfully going to get out of the way. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened to him, but he needs to go faster because he's out at this thing stand. Giovinazzi is currently 5th. It's already looking a little bit like this could be a race of damage limitations as Giovinazzi goes green in the second sector as well, and as does Piastri. Checkered flag is out.
Checkered flag.
We are about to have Giovinazzi come across and finish his lap. He goes 4th. Oscar Piastri, can he get himself inside that top 10? Come on, Oscar. He goes 4th. It knocks Giovinazzi down to 5th. So a little bit closer that run as well, which is good to see. So on to Q3. Let's see if we can get ahead of Leclerc. We don't want him in between us and the Red Bulls, do we? Alright, so we have got, we're on board with Giovinazzi, we've got Verstappen in front of us. Now, we are way too close, but I've never really figured out how to tell the drivers, don't do that. I know driving clean out is what you're supposed to do, but when they're in control, you can't. Can you tell them that? Actually, maybe you can. Anyway, maybe it's me stuffing up. Anyway, beside the point. So, Giovinazzi is currently 6th, Piastri 9th. Now, Piastri, I'm pretty sure, got fairly badly blocked into turn 1 by Sainz. I was on the sort of the top view, so I couldn't see exactly, but it certainly looked like he got blocked. Now, we're more or less matching Verstappen's pace here. The gap might be going out a little bit now. But you'd expect that with the aero wash through this part of the track, of course. Giovinazzi getting too close. But let's see where we go. Giovinazzi has gone 3rd behind Esteban Ocon, which isn't ideal. What can Piastri do? Piastri is 4th. Now, is George Russell on a lap? Where are we going to shake out here, I wonder? Leclerc's gone up there as well, and Russell's probably going to beat us. That's not a great qualifying session, is it? It's going to be 5th and 6th, I'd imagine, as Russell crosses the line, goes top. It's 5th and 7th. So we are going to have to get a little bit of luck and some strategy going here. This is definitely a damage limitation weekend. So, yeah, let's hope we can indeed limit the damage. Okay, so strategy. It is essentially a 2-stop. Now, that doesn't look great, does it? So we're almost certainly going to have to do a hard tyre in the middle, because it's not gonna, you're not going to get there otherwise, are you? The medium, the soft medium is just, I mean, even the hard is quite on the limit. So I guess that's what we need to do. The pit stop lost time, the stop is a bit too much of a loss of time, I think. The other strategy you could do, of course, is this one. And but I think you want to be on a soft... If you're going to be on a hard tyre, you might as well go into a soft tyre twice, shouldn't you? And then Piastri in 7th. I mean, we're not that far back. So I do wonder, do we just rely that we've got a little bit, some decent pace in the car? And I wonder with Piastri if we switch it up and go medium and then the hard. The thought process being just offsetting what everybody else is doing and then maybe having a pretty good hard tyre to go to the end. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Definitely a tricky one, but we'll see if that's going to work out for us, I guess. Alright, welcome back. And yeah, here we go. There's a lot of medium tyres. It's hard to see. This looks like there's some red down the side there. The point of starting on a soft tyre, same as they do in real life, is just to get the better launch off the line. Now, we're on board with Giovinazzi. He's got an absolute rocket start. He was ahead of Verstappen for a split second there. But he's got himself up to 4th. Piastri was briefly, I think, in 6th, but is going to end up dropping in behind Tsunoda. So perhaps, crucially, we've got Ocon off the line, so we're the sort of the front of the soft tyre runners. I think we probably want to try and save those pretty quickly. And go and look to attack where we can. And same with Piastri. I think Piastri probably needs to do the medium because we know he's not quite as good on his tyres as what Giovinazzi is. Or just others in general. So I think he probably does need the safety net of the medium tyre. And of course we could do that with Giovinazzi as well. So we'll see exactly how this all shakes out. If we could stay in the DRS, it would be useful. That looks like Tsunoda is going to drop out of the DRS. So we'll go to neutral. Of course, we're sort of where we're going to be here at this point. So yeah, Tsunoda doesn't look like he quite had... He was pretty quick out of there, though, wasn't he? Doesn't quite have the race pace, perhaps. DRS is now enabled, and Giovinazzi just needs to... The fact he's on a soft tyre and these guys are driving away from him a little bit, that's not great, is it? So, I'm kind of deployed to get within the DRS. I'm already thinking if we can get like 3rd and 4th here, just only have the Red Bulls beat us, that's already looking like it's going to be a pretty good result for us, doesn't it? Alright, so the race is starting to come back to us a little bit. Ocon got past, which is not ideal, but it's okay, because he's brought us back up. But if you actually look at everybody's tyre usage, Giovinazzi almost has the best tyres, even amongst medium runners. So everybody's pushing their tyres quite hard, whereas we are not. We are, in fact, with both cars, just sitting in this train, harvesting up our batteries, saving up our fuel that we need to save for the race. And, yeah, so we're not doing too badly here. And then I think, well, we'll have a couple of options, whether we sort of have a attack to try and get past everybody. We will at some point need to do that, I suppose, as Piastri's battery is now fully charged, because there's no point sitting here wasting our soft tyres. But yeah, Verstappen is not pulling away from Leclerc, and he's sort of dragging us all along. If we look at lap times, yeah, so we're just sort of matching the pace of those in front of us right now. We just need to be a little bit careful we don't drop DRS here. I think we've still got it. Where's the detection point? Just there, so we should still have it. And, yeah, we'll sort of get Giovinazzi back up to the back of this group, and then I think we might start and have an attack at them. So I'll bring you back if there's any such attack happening. That's exciting anyway. Maybe we'll just sit behind them and not be able to get past. Alright, now I'm hoping Tsunoda, he may have just got the DRS back, but we're right over the back of him here with Oscar Piastri. We pulled out of the draft, he doesn't have DRS, and that should be Piastri past the Williams, which is excellent news. So we don't want to waste too much battery, but he should be able to hopefully get himself within the DRS of the cars in front. And looks like he's going to do that quite comfortably. I don't think Yuki's coming back. The fact that he dropped the second off the back of that train means that, yeah, it's unlikely. And we could be in a position with Ocon about to drop off the back as well. So let's go and see if we can move Giovinazzi past him. He's maybe a little ways back, and I think Ocon may have just got himself back into the DRS as well. Yeah, we're too far back, so we'll abort that. We'll abort that early. But we're coming up towards pit stops now, and yeah, this track is just such a tyre eater. You can't actually attack too much going into your pit stops. But yeah, let's see if we can. We need good stops, don't we? That's the key here. We must have good stops. Alright, now Piastri is struggling for pace here a little bit. Tsunoda's just come in behind us. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in this lap, put on our medium tyre, and just get that done. Because what we can't really afford to do is a double stack either. So yeah, we'll get him out of the way, and then we'll come out, and we're charging the battery this lap. So we should have near enough a full battery to be able to come out and properly push. And then we'll keep Giovinazzi going for a little while yet. And just sort of see what he can do as a 2.6 second stop, essentially. We'll take that. Ocon has stopped in front of us, it looks like. So that gives Giovinazzi a little bit of a space to drive into here. Let's see if we can attack and go into that. Piastri is coming out, so let's take him onto deploy. We don't want to push the tyres that hard, please, though, mate. And see, looks like we jumped Tsunoda in the stops. So that's huge. Well, we didn't jump him, I should say. We avoided the undercut, to be correct. Although, was Tsunoda in front of us? No, it was Albon that got past, didn't he? So Albon's coming in now. We will bring in Giovinazzi this lap for a hard tyre, and then we can make a decision later on as to whether he is going to come out onto a medium or a soft tyre at the end. But let's see where Piastri shakes out here. Is he going to avoid Albon getting out in front? Albon is now moving in the pit lane. It looks like we're going to get him back. Yes, we do. So that's important, but Tsunoda has just come cruising past us, which is not really what we wanted to see, is it, in truth? Anyway, let's go on to harvest here. We've put in a really good in-lap. We've caught Verstappen and friends. So let's see if we get a good Giovinazzi stop now. As Piastri is going through his battery. Come on. Come on. Off on go. Good. 2.2. Alright, so that's been a really good in-lap. Good stop. Giovinazzi's put himself in a chance here. If he can attack with some good lap times while Verstappen and Leclerc are sort of cruising around here on old mediums, he might be able to jump them. We'll have to see though. Now what Piastri needs to do is make pretty quick work of these cars. Because we've got Tsunoda currently just driving up the road a little bit. We should have DRS there, so that's easy done. This is Maloney, so that should be a fairly easy overtake. So he's actually going to jump out of the way, even better. We just need to get ourselves back into the DRS of the cars in front, don't we? So, what sort of lap times is... Well, Tsunoda's catching... He did a 118. He's on a hard tyre. That's a very good lap. He's catching us very quickly here, which is slightly concerning. We're 3 seconds back behind Ocon. So anyway, this will shake itself out. We're doing faster lap times than the cars at the front that we need to. Let's just have a look at Giovinazzi's lap time here. As he's about to come across the line. He's going to get passed by Tsunoda, who is absolutely flying. But we're still... No, we're a little bit faster. We're not fast enough here, though, are we? The hard tyre is not the tyre for this race. Alright, Charles Leclerc has come into the pits. Now, we are somewhat stuck behind. There he is there. So we've got him with both cars. We're a little bit stuck behind Tsunoda right now, but we're charging up. I've given up on the idea of trying to get to a soft tyre with Giovinazzi. The hard tyre is just too slow. So we'll push the hard tyre that little bit more, and then we'll be able to go onto a medium tyre, which will be much more competitive for us. So I'm assuming that Verstappen will come in this lap. No, he's going to go again. And I'm also assuming that he must be trying to one-stop, is he? He must be. Here we go. This should be candy from baby stuff with the DRS and the deploy. So that's good news. Excellent job, Gio. Up the road you go. Piastri's just been overtaken, has he? Well, that's annoying. Yeah, we're just lacking a little bit of pace this weekend, aren't we? But upgrades are coming, so hopefully this is just a bit of a one-off race for us. Alright, so Verstappen is in the pits. I don't know that we're going to get him with Piastri, who is just lacking pace. We've got Leclerc right behind us. Where is Verstappen? Or maybe we did get him. We did get him. As there goes Leclerc on a hard tyre. So, we'll see. I mean, I'm assuming here... Now, what did tyre Max come? He's coming on a soft, so he is going to two-stop it. He's going to be a little bit rapid, though. Yeah, he's doing what we were going to do with Giovinazzi. We thought it was a little bit tight, so I'm not sure if that's going to work out for him. Pit stop issue for Ricardo, but he's down the back anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, we'll just see how things shake out here, won't we? Alright, so this race is heating up a little bit. Now we have Giovinazzi, he's caught the back of Ocon. So ideally, we don't want him to get past here. Ideally, ooh, we want him to get past on the main straight. Now, Piastri is doing a pretty good job. He's in the train, but he's got Verstappen behind him. So if he can hold him up in this DRS train, that would be the dream. We've got ourselves past Esteban Ocon, I think. Yes, we have. So Russell is somewhat driving away with it as I say that. If Verstappen just get past us. We've got the inside line here. Show him some curve, mate. Show him some curve. There you go. So yeah, I don't think we're going to get anywhere near George Russell, in truth. But, I mean, if Giovinazzi can come home second in this one, it would be almost, well, I wouldn't say a miracle, but it'd certainly be unexpected given how the race has gone so far. Now, we've got a little bit of a we've got a yellow flag, a little bit of a crazy battle going here. I'm going to deploy Piastri and try and get past. Russell's had a spin. Russell's had a spin, which means Giovinazzi is now leading this race. What's he done? Inside curve? He just too much pace, lost the rear. Wow. So we're leading with Giovinazzi, not by much, mind you. And there is a train of cars just up here. But... yeah, well, this race just is...
Yep.
It's turning into a bit of a classic, actually. Because look at this, you've got the top 8. Pretty much nose to tail. If only we could get this in real life. Alright, so, a little bit of an update here. Verstappen, as you can see there, has just overtaken Giovinazzi. He is absolutely flying. Once he got past Piastri, he was just like knifed through by the stuff. He's taking each other out. Take each other out. Yeah, I mean, he's just on a soft tyre to everybody else's old hard, so it's not surprising in truth. So Giovinazzi's there in 4th, which is not too bad. Now Piastri is coming in. He's just getting held up by Tsunoda. We're going to try and undercut on Tsunoda. We'll go into our hard tyres and hopefully come out in some clean air. I'm hoping sort of... Oh, it's a bad stop. It's Season 1 Ferrari. 8.5. Alright, so Giovinazzi is now coming in this lap. Let's hope he has a little bit more luck. Piastri's down there now in 14th, and, well, in truth, he's lost out to Albon here. We're probably looking at, I don't know, 7th or 8th. Oh, not again. Guys, come on. We're not doing this again. We've been jumped in the pits by Ocon. Why are they doing this to me? Just when we start to look like we could be a championship-winning side, the clowns show up in the pit lane again. Alright, so Tsunoda has just come into the pits. Let's see. Did we lose out to him? There, he's in there, I think. So, in the end, we've been able to get him back, but he's going to be on a medium tyre, I would assume, yeah. So, I'd say we've lost that position. Because we lost 5 seconds in the pits. Unbelievable. Alright, so we are currently 6th and 7th. Russell has just got past Giovinazzi, which is completely fair enough. You would expect him to do that. What I'm hoping is that we can stay with him for a few laps in the DRS, and we've just lost it. I was hoping he could get us up to the back of Albon and Ocon, who we, in theory, could race with. Now, Leclerc looks like he might be going to try and go to... I'm not sure what he's trying to do. He's in no man's land on a strategy, so he might be gettable as well. Piastri and Tsunoda are going back and forth. Tsunoda is just being the most annoying driver on the planet this race, isn't he? So we just can't shake him. Honestly, we've lost too much time. We're 8 seconds back from Gio, so he's basically racing for 7th at this point, and I mean, that's not what we were planning on doing, obviously. So yeah, nobody really owes us a stop here now, unless it's Leclerc, but as I say, he's so just sort of, I don't know what he's doing. He's lost so much time now out front on these old hard tyres that if he does stop, gap to leader, he's going to come out, he'll come out like with Piastri. So I don't know, I'm not quite sure what that strategy is. It's very, very Ferrari, isn't it? But we can see there's a little bit of a hold up going up here. Looks like there's some lap cars as well as Albon, who's currently holding everybody up. So yeah, let's hope we can go and catch them up. So there's been a small change here. Perez on a soft tyre behind us is flying and is almost certainly going to get Piastri. So Piastri is 9th. Essentially, that's where he's going to end up. Unbelievable. There he goes there. Oh, it's just... Now, freaking Giovinazzi is locked up. And it's going to be 6th and 9th. If we're lucky, Perez is flying. He might actually still overtake us here. It's not been a very good damage limitation race, has it? Alright, so we're on the final lap, or Piastri just coming around to start the final lap. We're trying our very best to run down Tsunoda. It's not going to happen, I don't think. That's him in front of us. So we'll see what happens there. Look at Leclerc's tyres, only at 6%. So, I don't think it's going to happen because his lap times have fallen off a cliff. We're only a few seconds behind him. We're 3 seconds a lap faster, but yeah, I just don't think it's unfortunately going to quite work out for either of us. Yeah, it's just been one of those. We could do with a bit of a blowout actually from Piastri. We don't want that from Leclerc, but he's going to finish. He's going to finish 5th. So it's going to be 7th, and it will be 8th.
Okay, that's the check.
Oh, we got him. It'll be 7th and 8th. Where did he get him? Go on, Piastri. So, not quite sure where he got. He must have got him at the sort of back straight DRS, maybe. Anyway, he's got him. That's the main thing. Well done, Oscar. Yeah, not a great race for us, it's got to be said. I don't know if we could have done too much differently. We just didn't quite have the pace, I don't think, did we? So I think as maybe everybody else has bought some upgrades, which we didn't, and that has been a bit of a blow, hasn't it, to the drivers' standings, and the constructors isn't going to look too much better in truth. So yeah, that's a tough one. Hopefully we'll bounce back. We did get some pit points though with Giovinazzi's stop, But yeah, there wasn't too much to write home about the pit stops either, was it? It was the third race of sort of back to back to back. Maybe that's why they were a little bit tired. I'm not sure what happened there, though. So we've got 2 weeks off now, then we're off to Canada. Now in those 2 weeks, we should get, we should have a rear wing, because they're pretty quick to manufacture. And we might get a side pod or an underfloor it'll be for Giovinazzi, I suppose, won't it? So yeah, there's a little bit coming for us. That's, you know, we're still trying, I think. Yeah, as I said, let me know what you guys think. It feels a little bit like maybe everybody else had bought upgrades to that one, and we bought ours a little bit earlier and had our sort of good races. So yeah, we'll see. Canada's next, though. That'll be hopefully a track that suits us. I think we've won there, or we usually do well there as well. So excuse me. We'll see what happens when we get to Canada. Take care.